In this video, we're going to be looking at text area. And then what we're going to be doing next is looking at the docs. It's going to be me reading to you. So, cuddle up on your couch, on your bed, or wherever. Maybe you're on a train, and I'll read some docs to you. Hopefully you won't fall asleep. And then after that, it looks like we got a nice little example to do for y'all. So let's get to the docs. So the text area here says that it's a component that allows you to easily create multi-line text inputs. Cool. So we can see the import, as always in every video, coming in this line right here. And we just have one component, which is super cool here. It's not like those ones that have like 5 or hard, but I'm always a big fan of the most minimal amount of imports you need. So we have the usage right here. You could click in here. You could say, something like, please sub to my channel so I can quit my job. Awesome. Gotta live those dreams, right? And so we have the text area placeholder. Here is a simple placeholder. So if I come back, delete this, voila, it appears right there. How magical. So we have a controlled text area here. And so we have the on change occurring in the text area. So as we type, we have this handle input change, which is sending E, right? And then the e.target.value is the text that we have that's incoming here. And then we're using that to set the state right here. So right now it's nothing. So if I wanted to say sub to my channel is being set in state. And I got an extra clicky keyboard the other day, so if you could hear those loud clacks, they even sound better in real life. So every time I type in here, the content of what is being typed so far is just being put straight into state right here. Now, you didn't have to have a handle input change. You could have had an arrow, a fat arrow function in here, and you passed e.target value, directly into the set value right here. So this is a little bit longer of a way to do it, but it's not wrong. We could also have a resize behavior. As you can see here, we have horizontal, and just kind of like my waistband around the holidays, it starts here in about summer, and then it gets all the way out here around Thanksgiving. It's actually going off the screen the way I'm editing it right now. And then when you hit, later years, you're kind of hovering around here. Now we have vertical, which means you could move it up and down like this, or if you want to lock it in place, now we have no control. We're all sad and we're going to cry. We have a disabled area, so is disabled, cannot click into it whatsoever. These kinds of things I find are helpful. And you may have a case that's, fits you, but for me, maybe they've already filled out a form and you're showing them everything that they have filled out. And so you're using a text area to display everything again, and you're just slapping is disabled on everything to make sure it's A-OK. We have an invalid text area right here. So all we have to do is slap is invalid in here. It comes in automatically as true. And we have this red box right here. Maybe you were making some kind of testing software or something like that, and you ask them what 1 + 1 is, and then they type in here, like 8, which is I think probably around the right answer, and then the machine says no, you just failed at life. So down here we have props, all sorts of other cool fun props that you could use. Be sure to check these out. But me, I like to code. I like to be able to just kind of look at the docs, get a general idea, then dive in. So let's just do an example. All right, so let's look at this one example here, because that's all we're really going to need for this text area. So text area is just a big old, space where you could type your stuff out. So let's go ahead and get to coding. We're going to whip some stuff up, and then we're going to talk about it. So we have this right here, and we have this resize right here, and it's horizontal. So as you can see, we move it left to right. If we want to switch it to vertical, we could do that as well. And we could do stuff like, none. So it's just kind of locked into place. Then we could come in and manually resize it. But let's keep the horizontal in there. So we have that. So let me go ahead and copy and paste in a function I wrote. And let's go ahead and add the onChange handler. So what's happening, that's kind of a weird way I said it. So when we click anything in here or change whatever, we're sending in the event, and then we're going to be getting the target value off of that event, which is essentially the one character at a time, or not the one character at a time, but really the full amount of text that's in there as it's being added one character at a time. And we're setting it in the state here. And so we're going to print it out here at the top, but as we type in here, we're going to see that they parallel each other. So, oh, forgot to save it. Because he is cute, and that is very true. My dog is very adorable. If you haven't seen my dog, just watch some of my other tutorial videos. You're going to see plenty of him. But this is one way you can handle the data coming out of an onChange handler here. But there's some other cool things we could do as well. What if we wanted to just maybe have you review something you wrote? Maybe you're in part of a form right before you hit submit. And I've seen this in government forms too, or more state-focused things, where you enter a bunch of answers up front, and then you see the form in its entirety before it gets sent off. But maybe we don't want you to change it at that point. We could come in and do is disabled. And this is automatically set to true. And so maybe you have a big old submit button down here. You're going to get a job at a local university. And your answer to question number 9 is because he is cute. And if you're cool with that, you click your button down in here and off you go. Another thing you could do is make something invalid. So now it's red around here. Maybe what we're doing is we're typing stuff in. We could have some kind of something that's scrubbing the text or data coming on in, and we could guide the user to, I don't think you should be having those kinds of values, statements, or sentiments in there. And so this is text area in a nutshell. It's for the little you have to put in here, you're actually getting quite a bit out of it, which is super nice. So let me know what you're using your text area for down below. And if you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe. I love what I get to do. I love, learning this stuff from scratch and handing it out to y'all for free. And hope to see y'all in the next video.